Good morning and welcome to this Sunday's reflection. Today is the 20th Sunday in Ordinary Time. The theme for our reflection today is the universality of salvation. The three readings of today. The first reading from the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 56 from verse 1 and 6 to 7. The second reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Romans, chapter 11, 13 to 15, 29 to 30, 32. And the gospel reading of today from the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 15, from verse 21 to 28. These readings underline that salvation is for all. The first reading talks about the place of foreigners. The second reading, St. Paul, talks about the situation of the Jews and how the Gentiles have accepted the faith. And finally, Jesus demonstrated this universality of salvation, of God's love, of God's mercy in the story of the Canaanite woman. My dearest friends, salvation history reached its climax in Jesus Christ. Remember, God started all these after the fall. He started with a man called Abraham, then his family, then his son Isaac, and thereafter the son of Isaac, Jacob, whom God named Israel, who had 12 sons. And this Israel, these families, God made into a nation. He gave them a land, a place of their own. And this journey of salvation did not end with Israel. It reached its climax in Jesus Christ. And when Jesus came, it was to fulfill that universality of salvation that the prophets have spoken about. In the gospel today, we see the situation between Jesus and the Canaanite woman. This woman demonstrated, though a pagan, demonstrated our faith in Jesus Christ. And our request was granted by the Lord. So my brothers and sisters, Christianity is not for a particular group. That is why the church is called Catholic. Catholic Church means universal church. A church that is all inclusive. A church that does not exclude anyone. That salvation is not for only men, it's for men and women. That salvation is not for the whites, it's for black and white. And that is why it's strange sometimes. You hear many people say Christianity is a white man's religion. Who said that? I just went through a summary of the salvation of man, the plan of God's salvation. We started with a man, and how it has reached the ends of the earth, and how that message has come to me, to you, and to me. So it is not a property of a particular tribe or a particular nation. Christianity is for all, my dearest brothers and sisters. God's love, God's mercy, God's salvation is for us. And in fact, it's not just the church that is universal. It's not for the saints alone. It's for both saints and sinners. Sinners who are on their journey towards perfection. And so, my brothers and sisters, the action of Jesus in the gospel reading of today tells us that God's love is for all. And we as Christians, we are called to embrace this act of God, to see one another as brothers and sisters, to stop causing divisions in the world, to stop excluding some people, to stop creating all kinds of barriers. Because if you are a Christian, you must and you ought to accept this universality of salvation, that God is for all. Even those who are not Christian today can become tomorrow because of the way we act, because of the way we live our lives. As we celebrate this holiday, this Sunday, the faith of the woman in the gospel of today should give us strength in persevering prayer, in constant prayer. God is always there to come to our aid. Let us not listen to the voices around us, the voices that mock our faithfulness, the voices that mock our perseverance. Some people will tell you, have you not prayed enough? Why not try this other side? My dearest brothers and sisters, learn from this woman and remain with Jesus, and the Lord will definitely grant you your deepest heart longing. God bless you, and happy Sunday to all of you.